Hernán Jorge Crespo is a retired Argentine footballer, current coach and the marquee player for the Kolkata 5's futsal team in the Premier Futsal League. A prolific striker, he has scored over 300 goals in a career spanning 19 years. At international level, Crespo scored 35 goals and is Argentina's third highest goal scorer behind only Gabriel, Batistuta and Lionel Messi. He played in 3 FIFA World Cups, 1998, 2002, 2006. At club level, Crespo was the world's most expensive player when he was bought by Lazio from Parma in 2000 for €56 million. He was top scorer in the 2001 Serie A with 26 goals, playing for Lazio. Crespo's awards include 3 Serie A Scudetti, a Copa Libertadores, a Premier League title and an Olympic Games silver medal. In 2004, he was named by Pelé in the FIFA 100 list of the world's greatest living players. Crespo never received a red card during his club career. River Plate. Crespo made his debut with River Plate during the 1993-94 season, scoring 13 goals in 25 league appearances as River Plate won the Apertura League title. In 1996, he helped River win the Copa Libertadores, scoring twice in the home leg of the final in Buenos Aires. Parma. Crespo left River Plate for Parma on the 14th of August 1996 after he won the silver medal with Argentina at the 1996 Summer Olympics and finished as the top scorer with 6 goals. He failed to score in his first 6 months at the club and was routinely booed, with head coach Carlo Ancelotti coming in for much criticism for keeping faith with the selection of Crespo. His faith, however, vindicated. The young Argentine went on to score 12 times in 27 matches in his first Serie A season, and Parma finished runners-up to Juventus. The turning point was the standing applause he received for his brace against Cagliari in March 1997. Parma won the 1998-99 Coppa Italia and he scored the opening goal in Parma's 3-0 UEFA Cup final victory over Marseille. He had scored 80 goals in 4 seasons. Record transfer to Lazio. In 2000, Lazio broke the then world transfer record by paying £35 million to acquire Crespo, who in turn finished as Serie A's top scorer with 26 goals. Lazio, however, failed to defend its league title in 2001, and the following season, Crespo suffered from some injuries, while new signings Jaap Stam and Gaizka Mendieta failed to live up the reputations. Following the departures of playmakers Juan Sebastian Veron and Pavel Nedved, Crespo was left without the tremendous support he had enjoyed in 2001, but still scored a respectable haul of goals. Lazio's financial problems, however, forced the club to sell several players, and following Alessandro Nesta's transfer to Milan, speculation over Crespo's future intensified. Internazionale. On the 31st of August 2002, Crespo, expected to shine again after suffering from injuries, signed with Internazionale as a replacement for the departed Ronaldo for a €26 million fee and Bernardo Corradi. Lazio later revalued Corradi to €5.5 million. Inter was short of strikers after the highly rated Mohamed Karlan was injured in August and only Alvaro Recoba and Christian Vieri together with reserves Bernardo Corradi and Nicola Ventura were available. Crespo scored 7 goals in 3 appearances, along with 9 goals in 12 Champions League matches, until he was shelved for 4 months by injury in early 2003. Chelsea. Crespo was transferred to Premier League club Chelsea on 26 August 2003 for a fee of reported £16.8 million. However, also created a controversy in alleged false accounting. Following the transfer, Christian Vieri, Crespo's former strike partner at Inter, claimed that the club are essentially weakening by selling players of such caliber. He made his league debut on 30 August 2003 as a substitute for Adrian Mutu in a 2-2 home draw against Blackburn Rovers. On 16 September 2003, Crespo made his European debut, replacing Jimmy Floyd Hasselback in the 2003-04 Champions League group stage, which ended in a 1-0 away win after a late goal from William Gallas against Sparta Prague. 4 days later, he scored his first goals, a double, in a 5-0 away victory against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Crespo made 31 appearances in all competitions, scoring 12 goals. Milan. After Jose Mourinho took over as Chelsea manager for the 2004-05 season, Crespo became surplus to Chelsea's plans following the arrival of Didier Drogba and was loaned to Milan. As requested by then-manager Carlo Ancelotti, he scored a total of 10 league goals, and scored twice in the 2005 UEFA Champions League final in a defeat to Liverpool. Returned to Chelsea. After Chelsea's failed attempts to land a big-name striker during the summer of 2005, Mourinho needed competition for striker Didier Drogba and decided to recall Crespo from Milan, convincing him that he had a future in England. Crespo made his first return appearance in a 2-1 FA Community Shield win over Arsenal. He scored his first league goal of 2005 against newly promoted Wigan Athletic in the 93rd minute of Chelsea's season opener in a 1-0 win, with a left foot curler into the top corner from 25 yards. The 2005-06 league title was Crespo's first league title victory in European football. Return to Inter. Second spell, loan from 2006 to 2008, though he scored 13 goals in all competitions and won the 2005-06 Premier League. Crespo requested a return to Italy in order to rejoin Milan, but Chelsea refused and announced that Crespo would remain a Chelsea player until the club accepted a suitable offer for him. On 7 August 2006, Crespo joined Inter on a 2-year loan. He scored his 125th Serie A goal against Siena on 2 December 2006, and his 200th career goal in Europe on 2 April 2007. On 13 May, Crespo scored a hat-trick to help Inter defeat Lazio 4-3 and win the Scudetto. 2 days earlier, he had appeared in training without his customary long hair, which he had grown out for over 5 years. In scoring a Champions League goal with Inter, Crespo became the first player to score with 5 teams in the competition, doing so with each of the sides he had played for since moving from South America to Europe in 1996. Third spell, permanent deal. Crespo was released from Chelsea on 3 July 2008, following the expiration of his contract, and was signed by Inter on a 1-year contract for free. In the 2008-09 season, under Jose Mourinho, his former manager in Chelsea, Crespo only made 13 Serie A appearances, including 2 starts. He was excluded from the Champions League squad. Genoa. Following the expiration of his contract at Inter, Crespo was quickly snapped up by Genoa, taking Diego Milito's place, who moved in the opposite direction. On the 8th of June 2009, it was reported that Crespo had a medical check to formalize his transfer. Crespo cited his ambition to make the Argentina 2010 World Cup squad as one of his key reasons for making the move to Genoa. On the 13th of September, Crespo scored his first goal of the 2009 season against Napoli. Return to Parma and retirement. In January 2010, Crespo returned to Parma after the club agreed the deal with Atalanta and Genoa. Crespo replaced Nicola Amoruso, who left for Atalanta, while Atalanta's Roberto Fresca moved to Genoa to replace Crespo. The Argentine striker returned after 10 years to Parma. Crespo scored just once before the season's end, against Livorno. The striker enjoyed a more successful 2010-11 season, scoring 11 goals. In doing so, he became Parma's top scorer for a fourth time, which remains a post-war club record. Despite mounting speculation of his departure, Crespo signed a one-year contract extension on the 30th of June 2011. However, a lack of first-team opportunities saw Crespo and Parma mutually agree to terminate his contract on the 2nd of February 2012. Although he did vow to return to the city he had fallen in love with. He is the club's all-time record goal scorer with 94 goals in 201 appearances. Although Crespo was signed to play in Bengal Premier League soccer in late January 2012 with a salary of £533,000 for the two-month tournament, the competition never got underway. He clarified that his career as a football player had finished in November 2012. International career. Crespo won his first cap for Argentina in a friendly match against Bulgaria in February 1995. In 1996, Crespo was a member of the Argentina men's football squad for the Olympic Games. Crespo helped take Argentina to the final with braces against Spain in the quarter-final and Portugal in the semi-final. However, Argentina lost the final to Nigeria, despite Crespo scoring his sixth goal of the tournament from the penalty spot. Crespo scored his first goal for the Argentina senior team in a 1998 FIFA World Cup qualifier against Ecuador and hit a hat-trick against FR Yugoslavia in a pre-World Cup friendly. Crespo was called up to the final roster for the 1998 FIFA World Cup but only made one substitute appearance. His Gabriel Batistuta led the Argentine attack. Crespo missed his kick in the second-round penalty shootout with England, but Argentina progressed 4-3. During qualification for the 2002 World Cup, Crespo was top scorer for Argentina with 9 goals as they topped the South American group. During the finals, Batistuta was again preferred to Crespo's Argentina's starting centre-forward. Crespo appeared as a substitute in all 3 group matches, including the final match against Sweden, which Argentina needed to win in order to qualify from the second round. Though Crespo scored an 88th-minute equalizer, it was not to be enough and Argentina were eliminated. After the 2002 World Cup, Batistuta retired from international football and Crespo took over as Argentina's number 9. During the 2006 World Cup qualifying stage, Crespo scored 7 times, including 2 goals in Argentina's 3-1 World Cup qualifying win over arch-rivals Brazil in Buenos Aires, which made him Argentina's career scoring leader in World Cup qualifiers. Crespo scored Argentina's first goal of the 2006 World Cup in their opening match against the Ivory Coast. He also scored in the second group game against Serbia and Montenegro and the second-round match against Mexico. However, Argentina's run was ended as they were knocked out by host nation Germany on penalties in the quarter-final. Crespo's final appearances for Argentina came at 2006 2007 Copa America. He scored twice in Argentina's 4-1 victory over the United States in the Group C opener, tying Diego Maradona's team scoring record. He then overtook Maradona in Argentina's second match, scoring a penalty kick against Colombia. However, he substituted immediately after converting the kick due to injury and missed the remainder of the tournament. After the Copa America, Crespo did not receive any further call-ups to the national team and ended his international career with 35 goals in 64 matches, making him Argentina's third highest goalscorer of all time, behind Gabriel, Batistuta and Lionel Messi. Style of play: Crespo was a fast, tenacious and powerful striker with good technique, who excelled in the air. A prolific and opportunistic goal scorer, he was capable of finishing well both with his feet and with his head, and was known for his ability to score acrobatic goals. Due to his goal-scoring ability and wide range of skills, he is regarded as one of the best strikers of his generation, and as one of Serie A's best ever foreign players. Nicknames: while commonly known as Hernán Crespo, was christened Hernán Jorge Crespo, after his grandfather of the same name. His most common nickname is Valdano, after legendary compatriot striker Jorge Valdano, as he was thought to be his heir due to the similar appearance and eye for goal. He is also called, although less often, El Polaco, because his grandmother was Polish. Media: Crespo was sponsored by sportswear company Nike and appeared in Nike commercials, in a global Nike advertising campaign in the run-up to the 2002 World Cup in Korea and Japan. Crespo starred in a secret tournament commercial directed by Terry Gilliam, appearing alongside football players such as Thierry Henry, Ronaldo, Francesco Totti, Ronaldinho, Luis Figo, Roberto Carlos and Hidetoshi Nakata, with former player Eric Cantona the tournament referee. Coaching career: on the 12th of November 2012, Crespo announced that he would pursue a career in coaching and would begin work in July 2013 at the earliest. He served as youth coach for the Primavera team of Parma during the 2014-15 season. After the disbandment of Parma on the 30th of June 2015, Crespo was announced new head coach of Serie B club Modena. He was sacked on the 26th of March 2016. Career statistics: